Hello everybody, it's Robin Michael here again, and just wanted to give you a recap of today's Facebook Live session, the creative session, because as many of you found, there were issues with the screen freezing, and there's a lot of information, a lot of maybe some new concepts harmonically, and I just wanted to make sure that everybody was up to speed and knew what to be working on for the next couple of weeks. There will also be a PDF handout with everything that we've been talking about written down. So this improvisation section in the Vaughan Williams is going to be based around 2 chords, but the subject of today's workshop was the fact that both these 2 different chords come from the same scale. In other words, they are modes, this word that can sometimes seem a bit mysterious. And actually, there's nothing mysterious about it at all. I'll explain why. So the scale that we're going to be basing everything around is G major. So let's just play our G major scale. Start with the open string. As you know, this scale, like all major minor scales, is made up of intervals of tones and semitones. Okay, so we've got a tone, tone, semitone, tone, 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 and then of course finishing with a semitone. Now the point about this is that we can actually start that scale on different degrees. In other words, we're used to playing a G major scale, we start on G. But if we started it on A, and thought about it as being in A, we get a very different chord, because the makeup of the order of tones and semitones gives us a minor third and a minor seventh. So we've got A minor. So we've had G major, and using the same notes from G major, starting on A, we've got A minor. If we do that starting on the 3rd degree, which is B, we also have a minor scale, but starting with this semitone. And that semitone to me, it always sounds very Spanish. In fact, it's called the Phrygian mode. If we start up in the 4th degree, that's C, and this time we get a major scale, but a major scale with a major twist, which is, there's a major 3rd, and we've got this F sharp, our raised 4th. Incredibly, in fact, it's the brightest of all the major modes. You can hear how it rings. And then we've got D. Now this is important because it's one of the key centres that we're going to be improvising with. And the D, now this is an interesting one, because whilst we've got a major 3rd and everything else seems like it's going major, we've got a flattened 7th. Dominant 7th. Okay, dominant 7th. Very recognizable sound, but very important in this context. So that's our 5th degree, which is called the Mixolydian. As I say, this will all be written down. Next, our 6th degree, we've got E, starting on E. Now this is my personal favourite. It's called the Aeolian. It's also minor. So we've got a minor 3rd, but we've got this flattened 6th, the C natural, and it gives a very sort of plangent sound, yeah? And actually that's the first of the 2 chords. We're going to be going from E minor, using that particular version of G major scale, so in other words G major starting E to E, and then going down to D. But let's just finish off our our 7 degrees of G major. And again, it sounds so complicated, but really it's simple. When you see it written down and you try it out, muck around with the different sounds, the tonalities, the penny will drop straight away. So the 7th one is the darkest of all. It's called the Locrian. Even the word sounds dark, doesn't it? So this starts again like the Phrygian with a semitone. It's got a minor third, but then it's also got a flattened 5th and flattened 6th and minor 7th. Viola and cello and cellist can go right down to the bottom octave just to really hear how the sort of dark hued nature of this mode. So those are our 7 degrees. We're only going to be concerned, of course, I want you to go away and practice all of those all over the instrument. But we're only going to be concerned with the ones starting on E and D. So we're going to have our E minor, and in fact the backing that you'll hear is going to be this, it's like a rhythm reminiscent of All Blues from Miles Davis's Kind of Blue album. And you've got those two modes, it's the same scale, G major, starting on E, the Aeolian, and then starting on D, the mixed Lydian. Okay? And we're going to be going into a lot of detail how to construct a solo. I touched on at the end of the workshop how to get the feel with the bow in this kind of groove, using what's, if we were doing French Baroque music, what is inégal, unequal bowing. That's all to come, but immerse yourselves with this concept of the modes and using a major scale and starting on each different degree and searching for the different colours that exist in all of these different modes. Because with these wonderful string instruments that we have, there's so much colour to find, and I look forward to seeing you all next Thursday.